Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Just a quick pickups video, and of course the very first one for 2014. I am still waiting for some other stuff in the post, and I was hoping they would arrive by now so I could show you guys everything in one video, but unfortunately that's not the case, so I just figured I'd show you guys what I've been getting over the past couple of weeks. And of course when those other items do arrive, eventually arrive, because it has been a while, I'll of course upload another video. Not a great deal of stuff, in total 6 items. But thought it'd be worth showing you guys. Actually, one of them arrived in the post today. Small little packet there, all the way from Japan for the Famicom. So yeah, without waffling on anymore, I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, first up is a couple of MSX games, cassette games that I got first week of January. And the first game is a game called Pico Pico. Originally released in Japan by Microcabin. I guess it would have been on cartridge format, as most games on the MSX were released in cartridge in Japan. But of course in Europe it was converted to tape because it was cheaper by these guys. Eaglesoft, Acasoft. Very big back in the day developing games for the MSX, and of course porting the Japanese games over for the MSX in Europe. So yeah. Show you the size there, and of course the back. 1986 Microcabin, and of course a screenshot of the game itself. Now, anyone familiar with Ramparts? It sort of reminds me of that, really. Basically, in this case, it's build a castle for the lady in distress, and as far as spiders and other vermin are concerned, show no mercy. So yeah. So the idea of the game is basically to defend your lady in distress within those walls from spiders and other vermin. Fun little game. In total, including postage, I paid €12. I'm pretty chuffed with this. I really do like getting these obscure titles for the MSX, because very few of them came over to the UK. And of course, back in the day, the MSX was mostly sold in independent hi-fi stores, so they just sent over what they thought was good for them or to sell. And of course, I guess this one wasn't. So every time I do see an obscure title for the MSX, I do like to get it. Very hard to come by. Of course, it makes a great collector's piece. Looks really nice on the shelf. Sort of book clam-like case. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Pico Pico. And of course, the second game for the MSX, and again another one I never saw in the wild back in the day. Dungeon Adventure by Level 9 Computing. These guys were massive back in the day for their text adventure games. Anyone remember Worm in Paradise, Return to Eden, Red Moon? Actually, I think I've got a couple of those on the MSX. Awesome, and I especially love their covers. Excellent stuff. And this is actually part of the Middle-earth trilogy. This is the third part, so the first one is Colossal Adventure, then you got Adventure Quest, and then there's another great adventure game there, Lords of Time. Purely got this one for collection purposes. You got the tape there. Again, fantastic artwork. And I know that some of them did come with mats, but I'm not too sure if this one did. And if it did, sadly it's not there. But other than that, it is complete, in great condition. So I'm really pleased to have that. A great addition to the collection indeed. And I got this one actually quite cheap. The bidding ending that I got it for £1.50 plus the, sorry about the license, plus £3 postage, so in total £4.50, which I think was a bargain, because there was actually another one listed on eBay for the Commodore 64, and that was going for £51. Whether or not anyone's going to buy that, I don't know, but the big difference between £4.50 and £51. So as I said, a bargain indeed. Very chuffed to have this in the collection. And I know there's a shop in a mail order shop in London called Retro Games, Now they do have the first one, Colossal Adventure, now for the MSX, and they're asking £20 for it. So I'll think I'll hang on and just wait for a cheaper copy to come up on eBay, if it ever does, because again, a very obscure title to get for the MSX. In fact, I've actually never seen this on the MSX. I didn't even know it existed on the MSX, to be honest. Because the only ones I got, as I mentioned before, I think is Worm in Paradise, Red Moon, I think Return to Eden. So yeah, there you go, Dungeon Adventure. I'm waffling on now. By Level 9 Computing. Okay, so next up is a Christmas present that I got for my daughter, which sadly arrived 5 days after Christmas, so she was somewhat a little disappointed. Not so much so because she did have a few other games to keep her company, but obviously she was very chuffed when it finally arrived, and that is, it's for the PlayStation 3. Disgaea free. Absence of Justice. She is a massive fan of this game. She loves it. It is boxed and complete. I got this in the States for... It's very cheap. I got it in total, including postage, so it was $25. It is boxed and complete. And I'm guessing that the disc is not in there yet. It's not there because she's obviously playing it. She is a massive fan of this game. She's actually playing number 2 on the PSP. And now she's bragging me for number 4. But I can see her wanting the whole series. I think it started out on the PlayStation 2. And also for Christmas I got a Volume 1 and 2 of the comics. So she's really chuffed. Really a happy bunny. So there you go. Disgaea free. And bought a couple of Xbox titles here locally for €6 each. First one is, they're all Boston complete in great condition. For the original Xbox, Battlefield 2. Modern Combat. Nothing much to say, it's Battlefield. And the second game, Black. Excellent game, played it loads back in the day, completed it. Great to have it back in the collection. Again, in great condition. €6 each, 12 in total. Bought here locally. Can't go wrong. Good to go. Next up, a couple of Famicom games from an eBay seller in Japan. The cart-only games. I'm not too fussed just getting the carts, as long as they're in great condition. I'm not fussed at all. And first up, Bucky O'Hare. As you can see, it's in great condition. Really pleased. And I did actually own this on PAL, but I traded it with, I think it was Electric Adventures. I actually had the German copy, but it played in English, and he actually did a gameplay of the game itself, and it played alright, so it was all good there. But I always wanted to get the Japanese version. Great cover. So really pleased to get that. Bucky O'Hare. And the second game is a game called Yumi Penguin Monogatari. Anyone familiar with the character? Of course, it's the penguin from the Parodius series. But he actually goes further back than that. He goes back to the arcades with a game called Antarctic Adventure, which was released on the MSX and also the ColecoVision. And later on he got a sequel for the MSX, Penguin Adventure. And it was developed by the guy who later on went to create Metal Gear. There's some screenshots on the back. But back to this game. Yeah, fun little game. I've actually completed it, believe it or not. It's very easy, short, colourful, and it's got jolly tunes. But very short. I've completed it 3 or 4 times. I bet it really is fun to play. Platform game. Has some shoot 'em up sections in there too, thrown for good measure. So yeah, very pleasing. As you can see, it's in great condition too. So yeah, really pleased. And I got, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, there we go. And I got these two for $70, including postage. I'm really pleased. With the Famicom, I'm just mainly sticking with the old school Konami games. Big fan of the old school Konami games from the MSX to the Famicom. And of course the odd SNES title. So I'm really just going to collect the Konami titles for the Famicom. I will eventually go and collect for other games from other developers like Namco and Capcom. But mainly focusing on the Konami titles. As I said, I'm a big fan of the old school Konami. Not the Konami today, which is a completely different horse and, in my opinion, completely shite. So there you go. Really pleased with those. And the final game that arrived today in the post, the little packet that I showed you earlier on. Again, for the Famicom, and another Konami game. And I hope I get pronounced this right. Open it up. It's not in great condition. The box is not in great condition, nor is the instructions, but the cartridge is in perfect condition, so I'm really pleased with that. And that is a game called Moai Kun. And as you can see, it's the Mr. One head character from the Nemesis and Parodius games. And he's in his own little game, platform puzzle game. So some screenshots on the back. Really chuffed to get this. It was really hard to get this game. I was really concerned when I was bidding on this game because it really didn't explain the condition of the cartridge itself. So I really took a gamble, and fortunately it paid off in the end because the cartridge is in great condition. Anyone familiar with Castlevania? Anyone familiar with King's Valley on the MSX? Plays very much like that. A puzzle game where you have to solve puzzles to get to the exit to progress to the next stage. And it just gets harder and harder as you get further into the game. I've actually got, believe it or not, I keep saying Castlevania, King's Valley 2 on the MSX, and if you can see the back, it's very similar. It's a thinking game where basically you really have to think your way through the stage. Slightest mistake you made, and that's it for you. You just have to kill yourself, do a bit kamikaze, and restart the stage. And it's pretty much the same thing here. Starts off relatively easy, nice relaxing game, but of course later on it gets really difficult solving the puzzles. I'll show you inside the box. Actually, I haven't done that. So yeah, really chuffed to get this. I've only seen this game come up a few times on eBay, and every time I bid on it, I obviously get outbid. Show you the instructions. As you can see the instructions there. It is actually taped sellotape, but other than that, it's not too bad condition. But as I said, I'm not too fussed with the box and instructions, as long as the cartridge itself is in great condition. All good to go for me, and as you can see, it's in beautiful condition. And I'm really chuffed to finally own this game. I played this game quite a bit on in the past on emulator. Always enjoyed it, and I always said to myself, I'm going to get this game one day. And I actually got this for about $60. Very pricey, but hey ho, there you go. Finally chuffed to have it in my collection. So there you go. Actually, what I'll do is, if I can, at the end of this video, I'll do some gameplays of these two games. Show you what they're like. So that was my pickups. Of course, when I eventually do get the other items, when they do eventually come in the post, I'll upload another video. So until then, bye for now, and take care. Right guys, I thought I'd just quickly show you a gameplay of Moai Kun for the Famicom. And as I mentioned before, anyone familiar with the King's Valley games on the MSX, pretty much the same thing, although the King's Valley games are more hardcore with their puzzle elements, as this game is more aimed at children and it's more simpler. But nevertheless, it's still a fun game and very colourful, lots of jolly tunes, and there you go. So without waffling on, I'll start the game. Presented with a loading screen, and the idea of the game really is you've got to rescue all the other Moyas and head for the exit. And that's pretty much it. So just start there. It starts off, as I said, very simple, very relaxing game. And there you go, just simple rescue them and head for the exit. Simple as that. You get 3 lives. You do also have a time limit, but there's enough time to for you to make it. Sufficient enough time anyway. And it's one of those thinking games. For example, if I was to do this, you really got to think your way on how you're going to collect your moyas. For example, what I did there, I pushed the boulder down, so now I can't get up to rescue him. So I'm pretty much buggered there. So I've got no option there but to kill myself. Do a kamikaze, and doing so, press select. And there you have it. Little wings there, going up to heaven. Lose a life, and you start again. That really is all there to it with the game. Okay, so we'll do this one here. You can also headbutt the enemies. And after a short period of time they do reappear. And you actually get a life for every, you get an extra life every time you complete the stage. Now here you do have bombs as well. So I'm going to do that. Bomb there. Explode that. Headbutt that. Move this along. It's a great fun little game. Very jolly, colourful. Just do a few stages. Show you guys. Oh, forgot this one. Ah, bugger me. Do that again. Game's relatively easy. It does get harder, but not so much so. As I said, it seems to be more aimed at younger children. But I still love it. And little Easter Island head character looks really cute. Headbutt, headbutt. Now just head for the exit. King's Valley plays very much like this, but as I said, on a sort of harder scale. I think there's a total of 56 stages. Now I'm going to do this. Where am I? Oh. There. Get that bomb. Headbutt you. I think I've done it in the wrong place. Oh. As you can see, it's relatively easy at the beginning, but it's just fun, relaxing game. Doesn't stress you out too much. Oops. Oh. Mostly you just die for silly reasons. Oh. Actually doesn't kill you, so not too bad. Oh, for crying out loud. Platform collapses. There we go, that's better. Let's do a couple more stages and I'll leave it at that. And I'll just move on to Yumi Penguin. Oops. I'll bug it up. As you see, they reappear. It's one of these fun, lazy Sunday afternoon games. Your little Mayu, my wine, looks really cute actually. I'm going to do this now. There. There we go. Can't leave it at that. Get an idea of the game, fun of the game, and as I mentioned before, really finely chuffed to own this. Played this quite a bit on emulation and I've always enjoyed it. And I've always said to myself I'll get this game one day, and I have. Oh, bollocks. Bugging it now, haven't I? Hold on. Go this way. Uh-huh. I've bugged it, haven't I? Anyway, I'll leave it at that. And there you have it. My icon for the Famicom. Okay, so next game is Yumi Penguin Monogatari. The penguin from the Parody series, originally called Penta, or sometimes known as Pentaru, and it's a platformer with some shoot 'em up elements too there, thrown in for good measure. So yeah, let's just quickly start the game there, present with the loading screen there. Actually, have I got the volume up? There we go. I obviously can't read Japanese, but I'm guessing the idea of the game, well, the story to the game is basically you put on quite a bit of weight that your girlfriend has lost interest in you, and she's gone off with some other sexy looking penguin. And she was originally called Penguette, or sometimes known as Penku. And basically you just have to prove to yourself that you can change and slim down, so she can find interest in you again. And obviously the sexy looking penguin that she's gone off with is going to do his utmost best to try and stop you. So I guess that's the idea, the story to the game. So there you are, all chubby, and you've got to slim down. You can't really do much when you're all chubby and fat. The only thing you can do is a stomp. You do have a time. And there's your shape up drink, your healthy drink. As you can see, you've slimmed down, and now you can kick. Oops, it's not a good start. And you start with stage 1. Again, very colourful, jolly tunes. Excellent little platform game. As I mentioned before, I've completed this 3 or 4 times already. I really do enjoy this game. It's just so fun and relaxing to play. Not too taxing or stressful. Oh. You get the enemies throwing fruit at you, look like apples. You have to try and avoid them, or you'll end up eating them, as you just saw there. And of course, the more you eat, the fatter you become. I'll show you that, see? It starts eating, it starts to get really chubby. And of course, I can't kick anymore. All I can do is stomp. Oh. Healthy drink there. Not doing well here. No, come on. Healthy drink. Extended time there. I was right off my healthy drink. If I can kick again. Oh. Not doing a very good gameplay with this. Seeing I've completed it a few times already. Oh. Of course I fall in, and falling into the water, obviously penguins can't swim, they just get bloated. Oh. Now I think you actually got to do it in a certain amount of time. Oh. Otherwise, your girlfriend will not be impressed, and you'll have to do the stage again. Oh, forgot that. Can't see myself making this. Of course, you don't go and see her directly, you have to call her. Now this all decides whether I go to the next stage or not. As you can see, it was all sad. Yep, she's impressed. On to the next stage. Now, this section is shoot 'em ups. Mind your priorities now, isn't it? Again, a kiddie game, but it really is fun to play. There is power-ups. Shape up. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. Oi. Shaping up really nicely. This girl will be pleased. Oh, oh. Coming up to the first boss. Oops. Sorry about that. Again, sort of remind you of one of these bosses from previous games. I do love the old school Konami games. Oh! Oh, come on. What Konami seems to churn out these days? Freaking Metal Gear, Pro Evolution, and Silent Hill. This was the golden age of Konami. Now let's see if I can impress her to the next stage. Yep, on to the next stage. As I said, if you don't impress her, you'll end up doing the stage again. I'll just quickly go to the second boss, and I'll leave it at that. You get the idea of the game. Oops. Oh. Whee! Oh, come on. Rushing it really. I want to get that one. Oh, greediness gets you nowhere. You got a little conch there now, all powered up. Oh. Oh. Okay, so coming up to the second boss. Oh, come on. Oh, what? Oh. That's basically it, really. You can see, it's simple. Now the question is, did it impress her? Yep, he's happy. So there you go. Just quickly show you the first stage and I'll leave it at that. And you just get an idea of the game. Now the shooting section. Oh, got greedy there. Ah, man. Oh. Anyway, that is Yumi Penguin Monogatari. Is that what it's called? I forget his bloody name. Monogatari. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay of this, and until the next video, bye for now, and